Hello, Rowan Mithril here once again, and as we last left things, we'd gotten 10 out of the 100 CDs back in the database. And Dr. Light was still impatient with us. Well, you'll have to wait a moment longer, Dr. Light, then I'll be right with you. Just a message to my viewers out there, I do in fact now have the donations button set up on my main page over at www.dragonsoftstudio.com. I have a link to it over in the video description, so those who would like to donate, help me and my family a bit, any and all support, believe me, it would be greatly appreciated. So, yeah, with that out of the way, let's get on with the show and get a few more discs for Mr. Grumpy Labcoat here. Disc number 11 is in plain sight here in the Pirate Man stage, the 4th room to be exact. It's just a bit of a long workaround to get around the room to get it, and plenty of enemies in the way, too. It does tend to be easier to get around with base since you can't defeat the clams from behind, but there we go. So, rather fittingly, that one was Bubble Man's disc. Apparently he was the first humanoid robot in the universe created for underwater battles. That's it's kind of amusing to me. I mean, the entire universe. We know the history of everything. Bubble Man was first. Yeah, bubbly personality, yeah, puns aplenty. And he dislikes oil slicks, so good thing he didn't know Oil Man because he wasn't around until he got retconned in. Disc number 12 is here in the Dynamo Man stage, in the last room before Dynamo Man himself. In fact, on my main playthrough, you may have seen it falling by as I tried to escape Monopellern. So here's how you actually get it. You want to get these conveyor belts going as fast as they possibly can. It does make getting by these guys a little bit dicey. As soon as you get up here, slide or dash, catch the disc, and run. After all that speed on the conveyor belts, it only makes sense that that was Quickman's disc. Apparently he was designed after Electman, which explains so much, and he was one of the fastest robots Dr. Wily ever created. Apparently he makes quick decisions, but they're impulsive ones, and he also likes racing, which does come across since he's in Battle and Chase, where it apparently hints that he's friendly rivals with Turbo Man. Here in the second Tiki Room in Ground Man stage, we'll find disc number 13. It's in plain sight, but a bit tricky. Now, obviously the easiest way to get this is with spike protection, but with the right timing, you don't really need it. Right about there. Yes, Lightning Bolt makes you immune to spikes as they go by. So next we have Crash Man. His Crash Bomber is his main weapon, and his body is protected from the explosions with a thick armor. Apparently he's forthright, straightforward I guess, but pretty awkward. I would be too without hands. He likes crushing buildings, but hates recycling. Crash Man is not a green robot. Disc number 14 is in Cold Man stage and isn't exactly doing its best to hide. It's right there. All you have to do is get rid of the ice block, and it's yours. So let's discuss the strangeness of Flash Man, who has one of the weirder discs. He can stop time and sometimes makes bad use of that power for fun. The quote, in addition to being a song reference, would seem to indicate maybe he uses his power to peep in on women or something. It is believed he's a bit perverted or something. Here's another of those translation issues. What in the world is Misery Guts? Whatever it is, apparently it's his bad point. Apparently he's also a caring boss, which is kind of odd. He likes cameras, of course, but dislikes commercials for wigs. Yes, in canon, Flashman is supposedly portrayed as being bald. Now, by nature, I'm not a violent dragon, but I seriously want to hurt whoever hid Disc 15. Let's go ahead and get ready with the rush search. Yes, it's in the sliding passage, along with the swarm birds. So you have to protect Rush during this whole maneuver. Give me the disc and get out of here! Oh, Heat Man, wow, your disc was a pain. Apparently he was created from Fireman. Kind of interesting given that in the Battle Network anime, Heat Man EXE was created from the remains of Fireman EXE. Good point living? What? What do they mean by that? His bad point apparently being that he's burned out. And how do you dislike ice cream? That's just sad. Disc number 16 isn't too much farther in. It's in Burner Man's Stage 2, in the Fire Telly room, so right after the last one. And again, only Mega Man can get it. There's the sparklies up there. So let's use the ice wall to get up. And then, it's time to dig. That's all there really is to that one. That's a lot less stressful. Woodman, what were you doing in Burner Man's stage? Get out quick before he destroys you. A robot fully made of wood, even though his body is coated with metal, well then he's not fully made of wood, is he? Apparently he has a touchy disposition, and he dislikes harm to nature, much like the operator of the Navi version of Woodman. Apparently so much that she got tricked into being part of a terrorist organization that's so anti-technology, pro-nature, that they wanted to destroy basically everything. But once she learned that, she broke away from it. This was in the 4th game, I believe. It's back to Groundman's place for disc number 17, which is in plain sight over there. Very simple for base to get. And there it is. Needle Man, huh? Ugh, bad memories. So yes, he was indeed created to work in energy mines, and his needle cannon can pierce a 10-inch brick. Feel the eye of the needle, but there's nothing in there. So, having a pointy head is a good point? There's too many points here, too many puns. He's got a spiky personality and likes sewing. I didn't know he was so domestic. But yes, even Needle Man dislikes getting shots. For disc number 18, we head back to the Dynamo Man stage, where we have to get through the darkened rooms. Yeah, I know my way around here well enough by now. Now, while there is a disc in plain sight up there, what we want are the sparklies under the Met. Yeah, we'll come back for the one up there at a later time. For now, this is what we're after. So let's learn more about Magnet Man. Apparently, though he's a robot, he loves magnetic therapy, and apparently he feels very tense. So his good point is he's good at management. His bad point, he's bad at direction. Don't those kind of cancel each other out? But like any good magnet, he does hate floppy disks. Disc number 19 is here in the Astro Man stage, among the disappearing, reappearing blocks. You can see the sparkles over there. Unfortunately, there's one of those annoying hole enemies in the way. So let's rectify that problem and get the disc. Good boy. So, Gemini Man's up next. He can create alter egos with a hologram. He's also a narcissist. Apparently he thinks his clones are impressive. Yes, he wants to make out with himself. Apparently he's elegant but overconfident, likes mirrors, boy you are vain. And he dislikes snakes, probably for no other reason than he's weak to the search snake. And the final one for this run, disc 20, is back in Burner Man's stage. You can see it in plain sight over there next to my energy bar. But, well, naturally, it's not as easy as all that. Of course, having the ice wall does make it easier. Yeah, that's how you deal with fake floors. So, last for this run is Hard Man. Apparently he weighs almost 3 tons, so yeah, even Gutsman can't lift him. Apparently he's lazy and loves sumo wrestling, but dislikes swimming. Yeah, I guess if you weigh 3 tons and are that bulky, I guess I wouldn't enjoy it either. So with that, that's another 10 discs down. And Dr. Light has gone from being irritated to depressed from the looks of it. Cheer up, Emo Scientist. We'll find more discs next time. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you were entertained by it. And I shall see you next time. Until then, fare thee well.